Right, we have to do the 8th lesson. We finished 7 lessons. Class plan was organizing. Today we have to start a leading function. In leading, leadership is the first lesson. Leadership, there are some more lessons in leading. Managers leadership is the first one in leading our session 8. Discuss these areas, learning outcomes. First, define the concept of leadership. Then we will compare leading and managing. Then we will use different approaches or theories of leadership. Finally, we will know some principles that organizations can consider to develop leadership or leaders. Yeah, this is a diagram picture, cartoon, used to understand leadership and followership. These are the followers. This is the leader. Right, leaders simply get others to follow, allow others to follow him or her. Then another one, leaders will get others to do the things willingly with motivation. Right. Then they have to make decisions using the authority to match with the situation. Right. Today, I think mostly leaders should be able to develop and maintain relations with others in order to influence their behavior. Right. Then you also can write down one sentence. Consider keywords about leadership. Leadership is competence or ability, then competence again. Leadership competence. Leadership is a competency used to influence others. Used. Leadership is a competency used to influence others. To get the task done from them. And developing relationships with them. As per the situation. With them as per the situation. Right. Then this definition has most keywords. No? Therefore, leadership is an ability or competence to influence others and to do the task. But the leaders also should develop relations with them. But everything should happen to match with the situation. Then we will compare leading and managing. Then I have included these 2 boxes and the keywords in each. You can identify some keywords and know which box keywords in which box indicate leadership and managing. As mentioned here, if you look at carefully, this box and the keywords of this indicate the leader behavior. This manager behavior, but leadership is a role. Managing is a position. Then managers, based on the position, should be able to play successful leadership. Right. Therefore, both should be expected from managers. Right. Then, without present in leadership behaviors like these, managers cannot be successful managers. Right. Then you have to identify some joint words from the 2 sides. Couple of joint words. Right. When we question about problems, leaders managers mainly ask when this question happened, who did that mistake or error? But leaders try to settle down, asking why that problem happened, why that mistake happened. Successful leaders try to come up with solutions for the problems without asking the problem again and again. Right. Likewise, you can identify some other couple of words. When you consider risk taking, managers like to take risks. Avoid risk. They don't like to take risks, but leaders are the risk takers. Right. Then conflict. Managers always try to avoid conflicts, but leaders try to identify positive conflicts. So they may create positive conflicts among people. Then leaders consider the vision, but managers try to achieve the goals. But these are not bad. We are comparing. But managers do it, but leaders do. Then when you consider controlling, managers mostly use reactive control, but leaders try to do proactive controls as well. Before problems happen, successful leaders try to prevent them, minimize them. Then manager's task is to delegate the forward authority, but leaders try to empower people genuinely. Then managers are result oriented. Leaders facilitate people to develop their behaviors as well, right? Likewise, you can identify at least 5 such comparative points between managing and leaders based on this slide. And the 2 boxes. All these are cartoon pictures, but using cartoons and the contents, we can learn a lot about subjects. Right, then when you look at these points, we can say managers mainly consider to enhance efficiency, to do things right, that is not bad, that is required. But leaders try to emphasize on doing the right thing, effectiveness. Then managers try to have the relations using the authority, but leaders try to maintain the relations by influencing in different ways. Then managers try to always accept the status quo, but leaders try to challenge the status quo to do socio-technical changes. Therefore, based on this comparison, what we can say, all managers should be able to develop such leadership qualities in them to be successful managers. Right. Therefore, need not to differentiate the two. We are comparing. We can say the said leadership characteristics should be developed by managers over time. Then only they can be treated as successful managers who can do a lot of changes, successful changes to match with the environment and to elevate the organization in the market. Then good examples for these leaders are Steve Jobs, those people. They are no more in the world, but they have, within the leadership talent, they have created such systems, business systems, others to carry on. Okay, now I will try to understand these points in such ways. Now we have come to different leadership theories or approaches. The number one theory is the very classical leadership theory is the traits leadership theory, traits leadership approach. This theory says that all leaders are successful leaders are born. By born, they bring leadership qualities. Therefore, this says leadership cannot be developed, but we can agree with that. We can agree with the former. Some qualities can be brought by born. But all the time we can't say all leaders are good. All characteristics are born. We can't say so. Some are broad, some are developed. Then here, Mahatma Gandhi's personality is highlighted as an example. But even Mahatma Gandhi got a lot of points, characters, competencies through education in London University or some London University. But some other characters he brought by born. Therefore, we have to consider both. Some qualities are coming genetically, some should be developed from the environment. But this theory says leaders are born, not made. Therefore, this theories try to consider the person's personality with physical appearance, psychological features, and societal features of the person. Physical appearance means the identical physical appearance of the person. When we consider such a figure, automatically our mind considers the Mahatma Gandhi's figure. It cannot be attributed with another person. Right. But he had a lot of psychological capacities as well as social capacities jointly. Because of all these personal characteristics appeared jointly inside, he was able to even still be remembered as a great leader in the world. Likewise, there are such leaders, Nelson Mandela, Abraham Lincoln. Even we had a lot of heroic leaders in Sri Lanka. Not now, but in those days. Especially great kings. Representing all religions, we had heroes. Tamil heroes, Muslim heroes, Sinhalese heroes, who wanted to develop country and do something for the country, not for their personal pockets. Right. Then likewise business leaders, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and all founding leaders, then Mr. India Kwame, they can be considered as great leaders. No? Right. Right. That's the role of traits theory. The limitation is it says that leadership qualities cannot be developed. Yeah, it's certainly there. Yeah, a lot of qualities, more qualities can be developed through education, training, attribution, right? Comparison, benchmarking, we can develop this. Right. But even today, we can say some successful leaders have born. They cannot be developed, but the fine tuning can be done. Then we will move to the second approach of leadership. That is very great. It gave a lot of research-based evidence about leadership, behavioral approach to leadership, or behavioral leadership theories. Skipping this slide for a while, we will move to the next one. That can be considered as very classical leadership theory. Most these leadership theories were carried out in US state universities by then research groups attached to those universities. These three leadership styles were found by the Iowa leadership study carried out by a research group attached to the Iowa State University in the USA. Still, those universities are there as high-ranking universities. Iowa, 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 I capital Iowa prefecture. Normally, the city name of the universities names are identified like Colombo University, University, Galle University. They also say mostly city name is given. Tokyo University, London University, Chicago University, New York University, California University, here, Iowa University. Right. The Iowa researchers initially found these three classical leadership styles. What are those? Autocratic leadership or authoritarian leadership. There are many similar names for that. Second one, democratic leadership style or democratic leadership. Third one, laissez-faire leadership. Right. So similar names for first one are task-oriented leadership, commanding leadership, hierarchical leadership, top-down leadership, autocratic leadership, task compliance leadership, authoritarian leadership, likewise. For telling leadership, you can capture that word, telling. Then these authoritarian leaders mostly do, they try to make the decision alone. Then others are asked to help implementing the decision that made by the leader alone. Right. But we can't say that it is not good. Sometimes for some situation where others are not willing to use the authority and responsibility, then this is the best time for such a situation. Right. Especially in military, this is happening, military leadership. But that is not suitable for society, right? Civil society. It should have been changeable. Social leadership. Then that's why I use the term situation in that definitions. These styles should be matchable by the leader to the situation. Otherwise, they are fake. Right. Democratic leadership is supposed to be matching to most situations, not to all. This is not so suitable for the situation where this and this should be employed. But it matches to most situations. Right. Except in the situations where first one and the third one should be done. Right. Therefore, we can have some more similar words for the second one, democratic. We can say egalitarian leadership, team leadership, participative leadership, shared leadership, bottom-up leadership, coaching leadership, likewise, consultative leadership are different aspects of the democratic leadership style. Then ideal leadership. Ideal means it matches to most situations. Ideal. Right. Third one is where the delegation, more delegation to others should be given by the leader. Leader may consider only the critical matters, most critical matters. Therefore, it is said as the license-fair leadership, or genuine leadership, or delegative leadership, or empowering leadership, or distributed leadership. Right. These three were identified by the Iowa research. So, even today, now, we have to consider it. There are new leadership styles and theories based on this classical work done by the Iowa research. We can identify similar words. Right. Okay, now then we will move to the previous slide. Under the same subheading, behavioral leadership theories. These are the two other studies conducted in such similar state universities in USA. Here, the Michigan research group attached to the Michigan University conducted a leadership study and determined these two dimensions to explain the leader behavior. Then Ohio, that should have been done, said before. Ohio research group attached to the Ohio State University in the same USA found the same two dimensions, but they consider these names. The two dimensions are the task consideration and the relationship consideration. But I mentioned in the given definition. You will write down. Right. Then these two words found by the two research groups, right, involve tasks, getting tasks done from followers, that orientation, task orientation. Any leader, any manager should give a primary focus to get the task done. Right? But while doing that, these studies also say that it is up to the leader and the manager to have the relationship also with others, with people. Right. Therefore, in this column, the consideration given by your employee-centered supervisor given by Michigan are the terms used to consider the leader's relationship orientation with the people. Right. But so far, the situation, importance of the situation, right, has not been considered. It happened during the situational leadership approach. Then I have included XY theory also that gives the foundation to understand the way leaders should consider situation. Use these matching with the situation. Right. Then whenever there are workers having X characters as per the McGregor, then I mean we have to say the leadership style used for these X characters workers is what? Autocratic leadership or task oriented leadership style. They need not to bother about the relationship, but these leaders for such employees should give more task oriented. If employees are having very self-oriented behavior, then leaders should move from task orientation to the relationship orientation or to the delegation orientation. Therefore, Douglas McGregor's XY theory even today gives a very thoughtful foundation to know what kind of leadership style should be selected and used interchangeably based on to match with the different individual workers, different groups of employees, or different situations coming from the environment. Right. Then based on the task relationship dimensions found in these two studies, later Blake and Morton developed a theory called grid, called leadership grid theory. I have not included. I asked you to Google and take down the image. But that theory is there in the ebook. Find the page and jot down. There's a rectangular square. In the two sides, you have to identify task scale and the relationship scale of the leader. Both can be scaled as low and high, as we considered in some other similar models in previous other lessons. But here, not 4 places. Each side should be scaled into 9 small intervals, small squares, intervals actually. Since both sides should be divided into 9, 9 with the 9 multiplication, 81 small squares will come within the main box. Right. Those 81 indicate different 81 leadership cells or positions. But the model identifies only the 4 corner points and the central point as 5 major managerial style positions, leadership style positions. You will come across once I download it. Then you have to type the words. Leadership grid theory of Blake and Morton. Morton's grid theory. Then it will come. Select the right very lookable image and write down this. Those information I said now, read out would be there. But try to analyze them. Just not to know. You should be able to analyze that model as well. Analyze from those 2 dimensions have been taken to the 2 sides. They have been scaled. Then based on the scale appearance and the intervals, the model identifies mainly 5 leadership styles. This one is the top position where team leadership should be distributed. It is similar to the democratic leadership style. But other styles also can be seen. But we can't say always leaders need to use that team leadership style in all situations. Then they can't achieve their targets, results. Then I will assign that. But you can simply refer to a particular page in the ebook. Yeah, leadership unit is there. Sometimes proceed the pages, I will show that. Or else Google then. Google is the everybody's teacher. Google, no? So, maybe essential. No one can believe that. But so far it has been the number one, no? Google. Sir, Yahoo Yahoo actually use it. Still, site is there. Yahoo sites, news, those are there. Right. Then the insights gainable from behavioral leadership can be seen in animals also. Right. Even the learning should happen as sharing experience. No? Even leaders can train others as the adult birds try to do the same for young ones. When you look at the wild birds in the sky, you can see how the key concerns of the behavioral leadership theory found in these researchers can be attributed. No? Sometimes there is a space of flight by the flock. There is a leading bird. Sometimes the leader gives chances of the front to others through training. Then even not only birds, even many herds, flocks of animals, even on the earth, may be using it. Not only human beings. But we have to accept that also. But person to person, right? They are personality matters. Personality. Sometimes inherited personality traits cannot be changed. Right? Even in animals also we see that. That's why there are differences, no? Among individuals. Because their personality traits are different. Right. Then the both theories, no? Traits theory, behavioral theories, both should be considered. We can't reject it. Now we will move to the situational leadership theory. Right. The situational approach to leadership emphasizes or considers the situation faced by the group leader and the members as the dominant factor. Therefore, it says that based on the situation faced by the leader, the style of the leadership by the leader should be changed accordingly. Right. But as I mentioned here, to conceptualize the situation, you have to consider the things mentioned in the XY theory by McGregor. Right. These are the popular situational theories, but I am considering the last one here. Hersey and Blanchard's situational leadership theory. That is more practical, I think, as I assume. Right. Then in the next slide, it comes. You can refer other things. Maybe in when you do organizational behavior, in another semester, that lecturer will consider the other situational theories also, or only this sometimes. Right. Paul Hersey and Clint Ventures both have introduced this one, but some writers call this as mentioned here, Hersey and Blanchard's readiness level of followers theory. Over the curve looks like a life cycle curve, bell curve, no? Leadership curve. Therefore, some writers call this as the life cycle leadership theory, introduced by Hersey and Blanchard. Life cycle. Bell curve, inverted U curve. Right. Stress level curve එකත් ඔය විදිහට stress curve එක productivity curve එක සමාන විදිහට තමයි ඇසිරෙන්නේ bell curve. It's a normal distribution. But the two axes do not touch the horizontal level, zero level. Right. One reason may be even without a leader, the person can perform to a certain level. That may be the reason. Right. Right. In the two sides of the main box, what we can see, the two dimensions found in the Ohio and Michigan leadership studies. Even Blake and Morton use the two dimensions. Here, Hersey and Blanchard have also used the same dimensions. That's how in our management area, always evolution happens. The results of former theory or a model would be inputs to the next one. Right. Then task orientation and relationship orientation of the leader have been taken. Both have been scaled from low to high. But in a similar matrix, we can identify 4 places. Here, 4 places mean 4 styles of leadership. 4 major styles of leadership. Right. S1 is style 1. S2 is style 2. Leader style, not follower style. But looking at the follower behavior, leader tries to present the style of the leadership. Both are interchangeable. Followers and the leader can put that. I mean, the way leader. Someone to leader in the Puluan, you got a followers and a leadership there. Right. What the name of S1 style 1? Telling. What's the word? Where I use the telling? In the Ohio's 3 leadership style. Sorry, Iowa 3 leadership style. Telling appeared used for the first one. Autocratic leadership. Right. Therefore, as for this position, manager is supposed to have a autocratic leadership style, telling style. The manager should make the decision alone. Then it should be implemented to the followers' responsibility, authority. Right. That's what mentioned here. No? Leader provide specific instructions and closely supervises performance, tasks and performance of the followers. Therefore, leader gives a high task orientation and low relationship orientation in such a situation. That's how situation should be conceptualized. Right. But there is a new part considered by Hersey and Blanchard as the extension of the behavioral theory. That's the situational part. The situation should be considered based on the XY theory presented by McGregor. We noted that later. Sorry, earlier. Here, situation means the level of the followers, identification of the level of the followers' readiness level. Here, readiness level can be considered with Three main behavioral characteristics of the follower. Right. One is followers' abilities to do the task. Second one is their motivation or willingness to make an effort to do the task. Third one is their confidence level. Actually, these are the three elements all the time we should consider to evaluate our readiness to do a task, our ability. But more than abilities, one need to have the willingness to use the ability. Subject to this, there should be an environmental opportunity or something, confidence, security. No? All three may decide our performance level, followers' performance level. Right. But in R1, how the three can be seen? All three are negative, very low. Right. Then for followers having ability, willingness, security, or confidence in the very low level, then the model says that the manager or the leader should use the task-oriented style. Task-oriented or telling style. The whole decision should be made by the manager alone. Because followers are unable. They are not willing and they are not sure. The situation is very worst. It's the worst situation. Then, to match with the worst situation in that way, the leaders or managers should use task-oriented style. No relationship orientation. එම කියලා ඉතින් හැමදේම මිනිස්සු බැලබැල හිටියොත් හරියන්නේ නැහැ. රයිට්. වීඩියෝ ගණන් ගන්න එළියට ප්‍රශ්නයක් එනවා නේ. කොහොමද වැඩේ කරගන්න බලන්න ඕනේ. ඒක කරන්න සුපර්වයිස් කරන්න විතර. එන් කියලා දෙන්න ඕනේ. නෑ කියලා දෙන්න ඕනේ. Right. Then the situation changes little bit when R2 is found. R2 means readiness level 2. Right. Here the first element can be positive, other two are negative. Right. Able, but unwilling and insecure. Here R2 followers are unable. Abilities are there, but unwilling and insecure. Now the first one is there. Then they should change the style from S1 to S2 as per the model or as per the curve. Then both are high. The leader gives high task, high relationship orientation. Both are high. Then what's the child use there? Not telling, selling. Selling is another name for the democratic. Democratic. Selling is another name. Similar name for the democratic style. Right. What happens here? Leader explain decisions and provide opportunities. Followers to clarify or present their ideas. It is part of the democratic leadership style found in the Iowa second style. Right. Then next scale is readiness level 3, where first two are positive, last one is not seen. Then again small modification should be done. Able and willing, but insecure. Followers are able and willing, but there's problem in their confidence. Now, it is beyond the moderate level towards high level. Right, because of the risk change in the behavior, the leader should move from S2 to S3, style 3. On that, how it appears as participate. Participate. That is another area of the democratic leadership style. Participate. What's the combination? Low task, high relationship. Task consideration low, but relationship consideration high. Here both are low, high. Here both are low. Right. Then S3 is explained here. The leader shares ideas and facilitate in decision making. Right. The leader may share the idea, right, intentionally with followers and participatively make the decisions. Makes the decision. Right. Then this is the genuine style. S4. But to happen this from the leader or the manager, the followers should show the highest readiness level. All three elements should be positive. Followers are able, willing, and secure. All three are positive. Right. Then S4 presents that where the leader turns over, changes responsibility for decision and implementation, both from him or her to followers. Right. Again, zero supervision. They should be alert, but the motor should be dedicated. Right. Combination is low task, low relationship. It's a delegative side or license pairs pair. License pair. Or empowering style. As for the grid model, they can more than have used empowering management then. Right, that's the role of this model. It is very practical. Extended with the findings of the behavioral leadership studies and Douglas McGregor's exploit theory. That's how situation should be known. The practical environmental වෙනස්ුණත් බලන්න ඕනේ. මටයි මගේ ටීම් එකටයි මේකට approach වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Situation එක ඇදෙක තමන්ගේ පැත්තෙන් බලන්න. ආයතනෙට. නැත්නම් ටීම් එක පැත්තෙන්. අපි බලන්නේ මොන changes ආවත් බලන්න මට මේකට match වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Am I able and willing and confident? ඔකනේ බලන්න ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ සමන් කිව්වම තමයි ටීම් එකක් වෙනවා ටීම් එකත් එක්කත් ඒකමයි බලන්න. එදාට වෙන ඉඳලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. බය වෙලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. Right. Any other questions? Now, this may be having a lot of complexities. Therefore, when we consider the first half with R1, R2, and S1, S2, that area can be considered as leader-directed area or boss-centered leadership style or manager-centered leadership style, boss-centered leadership style. This half, leader-directed area, manager-centered leadership or boss-centered leadership. ඔය ටික තියෙන තත්ත්වයක ඉතින් බොස් එක වැදගෙන ඉන්න වෙනවා. මොනම ආයතනයක. බොස් තමයි රජ කරන්නේ. ලිෆ්ට් එක ගියත් පොඩ්ඩක් නැගිටිනවා නේද? ඒක අහක බලාගෙන ඉන්න ඉන්නා වෙන්නවත් කැමති. ඒ වගේ බොස් සෙන්ටර් එක. Right. When this half is invisible, such situations can be considered as opposite thing, no? Employee follower directed area or employee centered leadership. Employee centered leadership. So, they are going to boss the house. Employees are in the second. So, boss one. Bos සමහරට වදින්නේ නැහැ. එයාත් ඉතින් යාළුවෝ වගේ ඉන්නවනේ. ටිකට කනවා ගොඩනවා. නැත්නම් ටිප්ස් යනවා. ඒ වගේ. අරවගේ දෙයක් නෑ ටිකක්. ගෑප් එකක් තියෙනවා. අර අවස්ථාව. සමහර ආයතන තියෙනවා මේ මැනේජින් ඩිරෙක්ටර් ඔය විදිහේ ඉන්න අනිත් ඒවා හොඳයි. මැනේජින් ඩිරෙක්ටර් වන් මෑන් ෂෝ එක. විමත් තියෙනවා. මේ පැත්තට තමයි එක බරේ වගේ වන් මෑන් ෂෝ. නැත්නම් බෝඩ් ඔෆ් ඩිරෙක්ටර්ස්. family business organization. family business නරක නෑ. උදේටම ලෝකෙ perform කරන family business තමයි බෝල් මාර්ක්. ඔය ඩයමන්ඩ් family business. ඒ වගේ මේ management concepts ඒකට දැනගන්න තියෙන වැදගත්. They are for to use these concepts. බෝල් මාර්ක් වගේ කතා කරන work theories තිබුණා. ඒසි. family business නම් තමයි ඒවා ඉක්මනට කරන්න පුළුවන්. flexible. more adaptable. But they should know, they should understand the importance of knowledge and competence. Right. Now we have come to the last one. Here I only selected the two comparable interchangeable leadership styles, transactional and transformational. But there are many buzzwords in leadership area research in different ways. But all might be evolving from the classical works considered in the behavioral era of leadership. As an example, now we can see full range leadership here, full range. You can see license pair, task, relationship, full range. Authentic leadership, humble leadership, different words. Authentic leadership, servant leadership, humble. These are new terms are more with the democratic or license play aspects, not with the autocratic aspects. The following era is over now, no, in the world. Especially in new generation, cannot be controlled, no, at all. And with the modern technologies, no, it cannot be done. The knowledge is a simple thing. The fingertip knowledge can be known, not like those days. Right. Here also we have to compare the two. We need to identify the differences. We have to compare, like as we compare managing and leading. Transactional, transformational can be compared. Compare, we can identify both similar and dissimilar features. Similar features are both transactional leaders, transformational leaders, or transactional approaches to leadership and transformational approach to leadership try to improve the results. Both try to improve the results, the performance of the organization. That is one similar feature. But looking at the focus of the two, we see a difference also. As mentioned here, transactional leaders try to have marginal results. Transformational leaders try to have very exceptional results, excellent results. Right. Then in the result orientation, we see a difference, but both target results. Then both leaders try to accept challenges. Both consider challenges as blessings, opportunities. That is another common point. Right. But transactional leaders try to consider very routine, technical challenges or short-term challenges. But transformational leaders try to consider non-routine or very complex challenges, adaptable challenges. Right. Then there's a difference also in that. Right. Then another similarity is both leaders try to do changes to forward organization from the current status to the future status. Right. That is another common feature. But transactional leaders try to do process-oriented or structure-oriented or system-oriented changes only. But transformational leaders try to go beyond that. They try to do very behavioral changes or strategic changes to know the new pathways to the organization and to the industry as well. Therefore, today I think to achieve the excellence performance, organizations, even countries need transformation leaders. Who can say role models? Role models. This is also allowed, but they can go forward further. Transformational leaders are highly essential for the world, the entire world, and for the societies and organizations. Right, that's how we can discuss the difference and leading. It's very important. First lesson in leading function. 110. Before 110, it is you are able to finish. You understood, no? Though my speed is high, you all understood that. How about online members? Do you have any other questions? Online. They are silent. No, there's another point. Because there's another one. We should identify leadership development points. Sorry, sir. Not about the pattern now. Right. 2 slides are remaining to identify 7 principles of leadership development. Right. We have that different based on the current knowledge we can easily identify them. Right. The first one, in any development practice, first one is it should be considered as a key requirement for the organization at the strategic level. Right. Or it should be considered as a strong value by the participants. That is explained here, no? Then we are now talking about the principles of leadership development in the organization. Then the leadership development should be considered by managers as a strong need for that organization. Then in all 3 levels, it should be allowed to develop, not only at the top level, but that's the starting point, but in other levels also, it can be allowed. Otherwise, in future, the organization would face a leadership development problem. Right. Whenever the current leaders are retired. Right. That is one. Then others cannot be considered as proven leaders. Others cannot be empowered to develop their leadership qualities. Right. Unless this first principle is not there. Right. For anything, that's the first one, no? It should be considered as a strong need for that organization. Leadership development in this lesson. Huh? Right. Second, third, mostly HR functions. The HR functions should be used to do that. What's the second one? Selection. At the candidate selection level to the organization through interviews and all. In these interviews, evaluators or selectors should be able to identify those who are having leadership potential. Interview කරනකොටම මේක දැනගන්න. නැත්නම් වැරදි කෙනෙක් එන්නේ. Right. ඉතින් ඒකටනේ විභාග පාස් වෙන එකම නෙවෙයිනේ. වෙන CV එකේ දිනනවා නේද? extra curricular activities එකෙන් බලන්න පුළුවන්. Sports කරලා තියෙනවද? Society වැඩ කරලා නැත්නම් ප්‍රශ්නයක්වත් අහන්න පුළුවන්. If we, as an example, if we appoint you as a project manager, how you guide others? Like you can ask a question. Like ඉතල කියන්න බෑ වගේ. සමහර වෙලාවට කවුරු කවුරුට රෙඩි වෙලා ඉන්න නේද? පෝස්ට් කරනවා. නමුත් ඒ කියන විදිහෙන් බැලුවොත් මේ ඇත්තටම මේ ගති ලක්ෂණ මෙයාගෙන් තියෙනවා. නැත්නම් අහන්න පුළුවන් if candidate has done prior jobs, then evaluators can ask how you what are the changes you have introduced for your division or something. In such a way, the candidates and leadership qualities can be identified. නැත්නම් සමහරව තියෙනවා මේ cognitive questions එකම අහන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් පොඩි case එකක් දීලා case study analysis දෙනවා present කරන්න දෙනවා. ඒක අහන්න. Number one is actually required is communication. Communication තමයි වැඩිම තියෙන්නේ. Successful leader එකේ. ඒක ඉංග්‍රීසි හරි සිංහල හරි මොනවා හරි භාෂාව පාවිච්චි කරන body language එක use කරන්නේ බලන්න. මොකද කලබල වෙනවද නැද්ද ඔය මෙලුවේ. ඊළඟ ඉවසන්න පුළුවන් කියන්නේ. සමහර counter questions අහන්න පුළුවන් අරගෙන ඉවසීම බලන්න. ඊළඟ load nervous වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන් දේ අහන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට බැරි වුණත් පුළුවන් කියලා කියන්නේ. How it comes කියලා එනවා. ඉතින් ඉවරයි. ඉතින් කියනවා අපි කැමති නෑ. මෙලාගේ දිහා highlight කරන්නේ. board ceremony එකේ දේශනා කරු CS විලාක පොසිට board එක highlight. Period. In the selection level, it can be found. Right. Third one is, but no one is perfect, no? In leadership development, there can be gaps, but HR department, right, should be able to organize training programs. Mainly trainings on leadership development. All these are principles or ground rules, best practices to develop leadership. Best practices that an organization can undertake. So, fourth one is, it is also the main HR function, advanced HR function. Training is it should be presented as a career planning and development. It is another HR function, no? A successful planning, onboarding, talent management practices, human capital management practices should have been introduced. Then Jones Hopkins University career planning. Talent management or position universities. They were Ugandan universities. Right. Then, when we look at the hierarchy, this principle can be seen, no? To fill all gaps, communication, leadership development gaps, the senior managers even consult get right information from line management, so divisional heads, because the people are there in divisions, no? Right. Then the strength and weaknesses of people or employees are well known by not lower level managers or upper level managers, but they are heads. Heads are knowing very well about them. Therefore, line managers, middle management level should be used to fill all gaps between the senior management and the lower level and employee level. Files, personal files, ඔක්කොම ඒකාග්‍රිකාව තමයි. ඒතකොට HR managers ලා training සේවාවකට කෙලින්ම line managers ලා contact කරනවා. Number 6 is, assume all points are there, including the 7th one, but if no clear values, strong values, culture to guide everybody, such an organization may do that in the halfway, not fully in the long run. Therefore, role of corporate culture on leadership development is also important. That should encourage a leadership development environment. It should guide. Right. It may have a deeper than the chief executive officers understand and their commitment to develop and empower leadership down the road is also inevitable. That cannot be undermined. Success of all other factors would depend on the appearance of the last one, seventh one. Right. So we are people ලක්ෂණ තියෙනවානේ. empower කරන්න ලක්ෂණ, බලයට බය නැති කරන, gather නැති කරන තියෙනවා. රටකරුණත් ඒක. ප්‍රසන්නට එන්න නැති කරන්න ප්‍රෙසිඩන්ට් ගානේ. වෙන විදිහට විතර. ඒක රටක කාර්යයේදී විතරම වගේ මාවද කියලා. පක්ෂයක් නෙවෙයි කියලා හිතන්න ඕනේ නේද? ජාතිකට විතරක් නෙවෙයි. මගරාගෙම ප්‍රධානයි. විශේෂ ගන්න. ආයතන එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ විදිහට පොඩි විවාද තියාගන්න හොඳ නැහැ. අපිට දෙකින් මිනිස්සුලාම මේ වෙනවා. තරකට ගිහින් වෙනවා. ආයි බලන්න මේ මානසික දිනන තුනක් කොටස් නේ. අවිඥානාත්මක තමයි ඉස්පතුනම ඔය පෙරදි වැඩ කරන්න පිළිවෙල. සවිඥානාත්මක කොටසුත් තියෙන කන්සස් ඒකට ඊටත් දෙයක් කියලා දිනන්නේ සබ්කොන්ෂස් එක ආධ්‍යාත්මීය උදව් කරන මානසික කොටස දෙනින් පාලනය කරන ඒක. right. විරේකක් කියලා බලනවා කියන්නේ හැමදාම බලන්න අපි personal feedback should be used on at the end of the day. Whether I have done right decisions today for the very good, for the majority. Likewise, the personal evaluation should be done by this proportion holders. There's a more chance to misuse the position. That's the recommendation. Right. That's the finish of the handout. It's very important for your personal and career life both, for the business side, from the ordinary life. The speaker is that this is the most decisive character, no? To achieve the success as well as the failure. Okay, then we will have a short break for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Coming back, we will finish the quiz, then do case studies from the book. Then there I will show that big model also. Now it's about 1/3. Right? Be separate and they have so something, but they will never ask us. They are ready to. Let's see the question. Yeah, last time very. Yeah, last time everyone came home. But the deadline given to upload the PDF copies of your team assignment. The 12th week for April. Then I will update them in the element. I might be already included, but not you're included in the PDF. I think 12th week. February 26 or something. Then on the last day, we will have oral presentations. Yeah. Then online members have their single team via Teams. Discuss the current. But they also should upload the report on the same day. Yeah. Online members also should upload the report to the LMS. Otherwise, the LMS does not accept. Discuss the current plans in major economic, macroeconomic variables, challenges, and future prospects of the Sri Lankan economy. Questions? Only one question. Discuss the current trends in major macroeconomic variables, challenges, and future prospects. Separate it like this. Variables, challenges, future prospects. 3 parts. Yeah. 7 members here. Let's do like this. Introduction and conclusion, experience. Then the other one is, do you want to go? No. Next question. Macroeconomic variables. The other one? Challenges. Macroeconomic challenges. Third one, future prospects. So when you talk about the new trend, trends, current trends, macroeconomic variable, challenges, and like this trends, everything we talk about trends. But current trends in 3 topics: an introduction, conclusion, summary. The 6. The previous topics, every 2%. For this one, that's a split one. There is another. Yeah. Only one word. 2, 1. 2, 2, 2, 1. Yes. So, what do you think? Yeah, okay. Fine with anything. Just what kind of topic do you want? I will do it again this time. Last time you did with Amma, right? Yeah. So maybe introduction and conclusion. So one person can do the introduction and conclusion. Sure. What do you choose? Maybe challenges. Okay, challenges. Rasa, right? Macroeconomic variables. Me. Future prospects. JAWIDH. EH. JAWIDH. Future prospects. 2%, right? Me and Wasim.
future prospects. Aman and Diksha. Tasana and Didi. Me and who? Vasim. Introduction only remain.
Let's leave it there.
Yeah. Introduction and conclusion.
Yeah. So I can concur
Yeah.
because I'm submitting. So can you take a peek and put it into the group? Then tell that I'm submitting this and I'm
Wait, you submit.
Yes.
Otherwise, last time I am coding 11:30 to everyone. Nobody answered, and finally I submitted at 12:07 also. I will put this in group.
Due date is 9.
Yeah.
Can you ask them to finish this for? Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Hello? Yes. Okay. Ah, okay. They will finalize what you can give the idea, they will finally consider. Here also, okay, here also you have to explain the same research, no? That level can be circulated as a paper. That can be done separately. Oh, normally it is quite a bit commercial, no? Okay, that can be done, looking at the suitable banner or something other banner. Shall we start it? Right, number 2002, when we from online platform, first one. Are you there today? 002, then so can you give a clear learning point about leadership?
Hello.
Good. Then
Okay.
we can
Can
hear
you? Okay. Today there's a lecture about the leadership. So leadership is the art of guiding, inspiring, and influencing individuals or groups to achieve common goals. So effective leaders combine vision, communication, decision making, and empathy to drive positive outcomes. So then we're talking about the leaderships and the managers. So leaders and the managers uh, are not same personality. There are two different personalities. So there are different characteristics identified between managers and the leaders. So, for example, managers don't want to always take the challenges, but leaders willing to take the challenges, and uh, managers avoids conflicts, and leaders uh, doesn't allow avoid conflicts, and leaders always try to motivate other people, and managers try to manage the people, the team likewise, and managers try to follow the rules that already made, and leaders try to break the rules and try to do something new and try to do the right things, and uh, like that. And there are some identical leaders in the past that the that the significant impact to the society. For example, like Gandhi. So he tried to spread his idea to the society to make the people thinking pattern, like try to make the people behavioral and uh, the people's things to give some give try to give his idea, like try to spread the peace and try to spread his core values. So the like a leaders, we can some characteristic we can identify the people that they are leaders, like for example from their appearance, like their height, weight, like how they communicate the people, like their capacity, the what they achieved, um, like that, what kind of responsibility that they take always. So there are three behavioral approach they identify. Okay,
Everything right? Okay.
okay. Thank you. That's it. Then.
Right, next one, number 4004. Yeah. 005. What's your answer?
Today, my learning point is the democratic leadership style. Democratic leadership style, the leaders actively involves with the team members in the decision making, and instead of making decisions alone, the leader encourages open discussions, listening to everybody's ideas, that they will make the decisions. So there are key features like involvement, collaboration, open communication, and empowerment. This leadership style empowers the company, like everyone feels like engaged, motivated, and empowered. So that's it.
But the maximum empower happens in license to aspect, no? The participation should be considered. Participation in decision making. Right, number 6. That's the maximum.
Outcome is the behavior first to leadership. There are three styles. First one is autocratic style. The autocratic style is the leader makes decision independent and exercise fully authority without much input from the team. Then it is called, we can call it as training style. The second one is democratic style. It means the leader share decision making with the team, encourage collaboration and participation. We can call it a selling style. And third one is raises their style. The leader takes a hands-off approach, allowing the team to work independently as long as they remain productive and meet goals. This works well with highly skilled and motivated team members.
Number 7, next.
Okay, my learning point is the behavioral approach to leadership. There are three styles. They are identified by Iowa University. First one is authoritarian leadership. Is a style where a leader has complete control over a group, making all decisions and demanding unquestioning obedience. Second one is democratic leadership, also known as participative leadership, is a management style that involves including multiple people in the decision-making process. Third one is laissez-faire leadership. is a management style that involves giving employees a lot of autonomy and minimal supervision.
Then number 8, 08.
It's transactional or leadership. This is the leadership style. It focuses on the exchange between leaders and followers. Where the leaders provide clear instructions, expect compliance and rewards and punishment to motivate employees. In addition to this is most effective in environments where tasks are well defined and goals are measurable. It provides structure, clarities, and motivation to rewards and consequences. Other may not foster creativity, long-term engagement, or innovations.
So number 9. So today I'm going to explain about modern approaches into leadership. There are 2 ways. One is transformational approach. The second one is transactional approach. The first transformational approach is designed for non-routine or a complex, hard to understand and hard to achieve tasks and goals and to adaptive challenges. The transformational approaches focus on people, possibilities, and the future, commitment, and accountability. For transformational approach, we can say an example as corporate innovation to achieve something outside the box and to develop a cutting edge technology product. The second one is transactional approach is designed for the technical and routine challenges, which is already familiar with our environment and our system. It will focus on systems, processes, and structure, priorities, and problem solving. It will result improvement. And for transactional approaches, we can say an example as a manufacturing operation. So 11.
Then my outline point is autocratic leadership. This is known as telling style. Autocratic is a leadership approach in which the leader maintains strict control over decision making, communication, and task management. In this style, the leader makes decisions independently without seeking input from team members and expect followers to comply with directives without question. There are some key characteristics. First one is centralized decision making. The leader has absolute authority and make all decisions. Team members are expected to follow instructions without participation in the decision making process. Second one is clear structure and expectation. The leader provides clear, specific instructions and set plans, rules, and expectations for team members. This creates a highly structured environment where roles are well defined. Limited input from team members have little to no say in decision making or problem solving process. The leader expects compliance and obedience to directives. For these, we can get an example as military command and manufacturing and production environment.
Last time you had sent up.
I came by the
Number 12. Let's see. 13-13013. 14 online, no? 014.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah. What's the answer?
Okay. Okay, sir. Today we discuss about leadership. That means leaders mean leader may get others to follow and get the decision to make match the situation. From the I'm sorry, give me 1 minute, sir, for catch the answer. Wait. Today we discuss about the leadership. Leaders may get others to follow and get the decision to make match the situation. Leadership confidently used to influence others to get the task done from them, and developing relationship with them as per the match the situation. And we talk about some characteristic about leaders and managers. Most of the managers do things right, but leaders do the right things, and managers always avoid conflict. Sometimes leaders can manageable break the conflict and some to match the situation. Some managers are result oriented. Leaders are develop the behaviors. Most of the good leaders are born characters that we can observe from their characteristics and physical appearance. And today we talk the style of the leadership theory. First one is authoritarian style, that is decision making alone by the manager. Second one, democratic style, that is this style covers is a function now shared with the members of the group, and laissez-faire, that means observe group activities. There's a draft we talk about today, the situation of the leadership model, that is which identify leaders' style based on the task and relationship behaviors. That is two characteristics mainly focus on the draft. First one, relationship behavior. Second one, task behavior. There's a 4 category under this task. Is first one is S1. It is cover under high task and low relationship. Second one, S2 is high task and high relationship. And the third one, low task, high relationship. Fourth one, low task, low relationship. That is the main fourth category. Mainly, we can identify over the top managers. That means some because most of the managers have confident of their work and.
This one 015 online 15.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Today we discuss leadership. Simply, we can identify leadership is ability to influence people. What ability? Influence to people. Why influence to peoples? Toward the achieve the organization ultimate goals. That is simply we can say leadership. That is limited, and with good relationships with the as per the situation. So we can talk about three theories, leadership theories, trait theories. First one is trait theories. This mainly focus leaders are born than made. They brings their leaders abilities and characteristics when they bonds. Some we can identify physical characteristics, physical appearance, weight, height, like as example, weight, height, good speaker. Other one is abilities. Abilities is which mean good understanding, good speaker, good knowledge. Third one, second, after that we can identify personal trait. We usually good habit, honest, active person. That's come under the trait theories. So they mainly focus leaders. Okay. Thank you.
017 we call the normal class. Right. They start not attended. No? 18 online 018.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes.
The leadership skill is getting done the things from the others willingnessly without forcing them, and normally the leaders do the right things, but the managers do things right, And leaders are think about overall picture, and their responsibility and the accountability is high than the managers, and it's not the specific area they are looking for. As a whole, they have to responsible and about the principles to develop the leadership. In a firm, they must in a firm, the company should develop the strategies to develop the leadership skills, and also they have to give the enough training and development programs for develop the leadership skill within the firm. And they should allow the career development to the right jobs to at the right time to the right person, and they must select the person who has the possibility to become a good leader. As well as they should especially the leaders in remain the leaders who are now in the company, they should train their subordinates and the followers in the company, and they must share their experience how they become leaders in the company. That is the thing. That's it, sir.
Question 19-019.
Today my learning point is first principle of developing leadership. It is development of a strategy for leadership development for each of the three levels of leadership: operational, strategic, and for organization. In operational leadership, we focus on enhancing skills like task delegation, time management, and operational efficiency. In strategic leadership, we focus on strategic thinking, decision making, and the ability to handle large scale change. In team leadership, we focus on interpersonal skills, conflict resolution, and motivation team members.
Right. Next one, 27. Online, 27.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Zero.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes,
Hello, sir.
continue.
Yes, sir. So today,
Yes, sir.
actually, we discussed about the very important topic, I would say, the leadership. So all of us in this classroom, I'm sure one day we can be a success leader in our any industry where they selected to go ahead. So leadership concept and the skills can be helpful us to lead, drive our team into the achieve company goals, growth, and the vision. So today we talk about the leadership concept. Simplify, we can say the getting others to follow is the concept of leadership, or we can say also that the use of authority in decision making. Another concept, we can say the what is the leadership. So today we discuss about the leading and the managing. So one thing we discussed about the managers do things right, but the leaders do the right things. So today in my learning outcomes, I like to discuss about the leadership style. So basically we talk about three leadership style: the autocratic, the democratic style, and the laissez-faire the style. However, where I work in the hotel industry, I can say that we use some mixed leadership style, but depends on the situation. But mainly I can see that we are using the democratic style, where it is giving us the collaborative decision-making option and the open communication, and especially the valuing team input. So this leadership style, the democratic style, is giving us the get the input from our team members. So from this democratic style, we can say that this is encouraging the creativity and the innovation, allowing employees to team members to propose ideas for improving guest experience. The guest experience make exceptional is the key component that we can stay in our against the competitors. Also, it make the build a sense of the ownership among the staff, fostering the accountability and the motivation. The staff motivation also most important for making the guest satisfaction. So this leadership style can be directly and indirectly help us to drive our goals into the positive way. So in this style, sir, we can see the benefits such as the high employee satisfaction, because the team members know that they are also part of the company, part of the decision making. So we can keep our staff in the satisfaction level high. Also, it can encourage the professional growth of the employee. They feel that empowered and they contribute to their decision making, because this leadership style, listening the low level of the employees' decision and what is their thoughts and the proposed things that can enhance the company decision. Also, this will help all the team members to go extra mile and make our guests satisfied, sir. So last but not least, there also have a challenges of this leadership style, because this is the decision making process little bit delay compared to other leadership style. As example, if we having any guest complaint, we have to wait for the ask from the supervisor, manager, and maybe the general manager to get the opinion, because they all involved with the decision making. So this will little bit delay the process of the decision making. Maybe this will impact to the dissatisfaction of the guest point of view, sir. So these are the things that today my learning outcomes. Thank you.
That's not 29, 029.
Approaches to leadership, so which are transformational leadership and transactional leadership. So the first one is transformational leadership. So it mainly focuses on inspiring and motivating followers to achieve their full potential. Unlike in transformational leadership highlight vision, personal growth, and promote a sense of purpose. Also, transformational leaders encourage innovation and create an environment where followers can empower to contribute their new ideas. Lastly, they build strong relationship with their team, show genuine concern for team members' needs, and work to inspire passion. Well, the second one is transactional leadership. So it is mainly focused on structured tasks, clear goals, or rewards based on the performance. This leadership is often effective in setting tasks or goals which need to achieve quickly, and also high level of structure and clear guidelines.
Right. Next one, 31 online.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, sir? Hello.
Yeah, can hear you.
Okay, sir. Today in our lesson, we'll learn about the leadership. So leadership is the ability to influence others to follow or act willingly to achieve the vision of the company. And it's a fundamental relationship between the person impact others' behavior. And so we learn difference between the managers and leaders. So I would say some managers do not practice the leadership, while some people lead without the managerial role. So the main thing is difference is managers focus on doing things right, while leaders are focused on doing the right things. So in that case, in lesson we learn approaches to the leadership. There are major approaches are trait approach, behavioral approach, situational approach, and modern approach. Under trait approach, it is believed that leaders are born. That means leadership is to be inherent based on some specific physical attributes such as speech, height, weight, and their attributes. So I would say there's I can see a main example for this trait approach, Steve Jobs of the Apple company, because his inherent traits like innovative mindset and vision is make him outstanding than other people. And so same way when it comes to the other one is the authoritarian. That mean
in behavioral approach, there are three subcategories: authoritarian, democratic, and laissez-faire. The authoritarian is a sole authority in decision making. So I would say is in current uh, real critical projects. He give the direct authoritative leadership. He didn't send his employees to home, and asked them to stay in the company itself and do the complete the project. And he would rather act as a authoritarian. So in the past also there are so many authoritarian. We can see that even it's not in the business. Adolf Hitler also is a good authoritarian leader. And last one, second is a democratic, that is a shared leadership function. So the function was leadership was given to collaborative the employees to involve in the various level to get the help of the decision making. And third one is a laissez fairness, fair, that is in simply it is a minimal interference and allowing group members the autonomy. So the place where I'm working, I would say that we are following that style since it is the audit firm, and so it's all of the decision making, and we have the very much good autonomy when dealing from starting planning the audit and doing the client discussion, client meeting, and when we are doing the audit queries, and everything is so our top management, that is the partners, are believing that hiring capable technical sounding managers and allowing them the freedom to make their own decisions when it comes to the completion of the audit. So till the time of they are signing the audit report, we in the manager levels, we will take care of all the thing weaknesses of the managers, and technically any qualifications. We would say there's a qualification, any accounts deep.
Okay, we will move to the next one. 32 online. 32032. You have a mic here also. Server problem.
Finalized in our
We will move to the next one. 32.
stage, and we will go then.
Mic here. Video करते रहेंगे होता है. Right, video. Online again, sir. 32 is also online. Are you there? 032 32. That's it. बताएं कुछ ऐसे ना. बताएं. 32 also accent, no? From online. It comes. 14. Altogether 14. Right, then we move to the ebook. For lessons, I want to organize it. Yes, relationship, can you take that page number? I assume it is to come here. Most organizing. Huh? What's the page number? Huh? Further. Somewhere here, motivation. No? About this. Both go hand in hand, yes? Leadership and motivation. This is the XY theory. Please refer this also, right? X characters and Y characters in details on page what's the page number? 230, yeah? 230. XY theory is in a table. Jot down that Now leadership. Is the Blake model. Blake and Morton model, management grid theory or leadership grid theory. I have to draw this also, right? Concern for production means task low high. Concern for I should be corrected. Concern for employee or relationship. Low high. Then with this we can see 5 positions. This is the team leadership. That is one part of the democratic style. This is the country club leadership. That is also part of the democratic leadership. Middle the road management is also part of democratic. This is the task orientation, autocratic. This is the laissez-faire or genuine style, delegation. Right. That's how these 5 can be related to the 3 in the Iowa. But we initially not. But this grid is based on the Ohio and Michigan studies, but developed by another 2, Robert Blake and Jane Morton. Now we have to find a case study. No? Right, unwanted promotion is relevant. This is about decision again, no decision making. Unwanted promotion. Right, no questions asked. We will develop a question. Right, Vinod was a scientist and in the R&D department of Indian Space Research Organization. He had worked for the institution ever since he received his degree 15 years earlier, and he was clearly one of the best researchers in the area. He spent many hours keeping current on the literature that we are reading to know the knowledge with research papers, and he knew how to set up tight research designs. Knowledgeable in space research, he had a reputation for sticking to his guns about how specific research studies should be conducted. He believed believed that if something was not done well, it should not be done at all. Right, behavior, right? A number of his discoveries had saved the company millions of dollars in foreign exchange. His colleagues frequently came to him for advice about how to proceed in various projects. He was convinced about the correctness of his advice. In short, Vinod was a star in the organization and was ranked very high in terms of traits theory, leadership theory. Capacity sign up. Early February 2000, Ronnie, another one, would retire as head of R&D. The decision about his successor was in the Dr. Arun, the chairman, ISRO. Ronnie recommended Vinod because of his record of outstanding service and reputation. The new position required large amounts of admin work and less research. Ronnie and Arun discussed some of these issues with Vinod. He would no longer be in charge of specific research projects, but because everyone came to him for advice, he could still be actively involved in research. Vinod thought long about the offer. The promotion meant more money and recognition. Starting June 1, Vinod became the head of R&D department. Assumed you. It was not long before things started to grow wrong. First of all, we know that more difficulty keeping up with the literature. Other priorities seem to always interfere with his reading time. He also noticed a distinct cooling in the way his colleagues treated him. At first, they had continued to come to him with questions and problems. Without responded as he always he had, here's how it has to be done. And this should IS according to behavioral theory. In a few cases, though, his advice was not followed. He also got into a number of arguments with Dr. Arun, the boss. No? In many cases, he demanded more financial support from Dr. Arun to conduct various research projects in the way he felt it should be done. It got to the point where almost every interaction between the two resulted in an argument, maybe a conflict. And somehow it showed that we know lacking superior considerations. Lacked in superior consideration when it came to the situation of the. Finally, Dr. Arun knew that something had to be changed. He went to Vinod and told him that he had to compromise more and accept the realities of his job, or step down from his position, or leave the organization. Right. Then the question is, comment on the leadership styles involved in this position, involved in this case. Comment on the leadership styles, the behaviors involved in this case study. The more Vinod's aspect, something around aspect. Also should be considered as the boss. Right. Yeah, as to the state theory, Vinod may be having positive leadership styles, characters. But as to the situational leadership theory, he could not use that not to match with the task in hand and to maintain the task in hand. As for the situational leadership theory, he is not a good leader, right? Not effective leader, but you have to elaborate that. He is more task oriented but less relationship oriented, and both have not been matched to the particular situation or the assignment need, and to satisfy the expectations that the boss had in him. Then when we look at the boss leadership style, it is also not that effective. No? It's so silent. He didn't do enough supervision whenever it is required to be handled in the followers, subordinates. Rather, instead of doing that, he might be trying to be a very laissez-faire, derivative being. That has also gone wrong to happen these things. And to evaluate these three options by we know the he was not much supportive, giving financial rewards whenever we know ask more funds. Carry out new research programs. Likewise, you can evaluate the styles of leadership to be effective in both, than this was. Another one is good in the technical tasks, so the education, but poor in admin matters. He is not a good administrator. when people hold administrative person, they have to use different talents and the situation. They should make decisions to match with the situation. That's what the behavioral leadership theory, mainly the situational leadership theory mentioned. In at the situation, that means the readiness of the followers and the team members, the decision that should be made, style should be changeable from task orientation to the delegation to democratic. Secretary line on the other town planning. The question gathering. They are Busunad was better. But good administrative. So the perform current better. And you know the now the subject is not correct. So he knows the subject. But managerial job is different, as we described in managing and leading. Leading qualities to not correct question. He is not a risk taker. He wanted to avoid risk. But then, yeah, he is a result oriented, no, not vision. Seems that he did not have a good vision as to be a successful leader. Even that senior manager mentioned here, Arun also did not have, did not mobilize the vision for this organization. Then leadership development principles, what we identified in the last point, cannot be seen here. Now, strong culture about leadership development in this organization. Right? The role of the CEO is not good. Right? Then even no career planning development. Right? One understood by employees. Then randomly it happened. But there should be a proper career plan to understand who should replace the retired position immediately. But here, with their own debates, he had to take the position. New offer. Right. Even those points discussed in the handout can be taken. Those should come to your mind when you read the information. Okay, now likewise, definitely you can identify 5 comments. Most are negative, should be negative comments. Right, any other questions? Let me see another, no any other case, because this unit has both parts, motivation, but in our course outline, motivation is a different topic. But all are set under leading. I also set them under leading. Leadership, motivation, communications, groups and teams, power qualities, all are considered under leading. Yeah, these are the 5 points mentioned in the NIT model. Task compliance management, no, authority compliance management. That's a high task, low relationship position. Right. High concern for production and low concern for people. Right. Then production term in this should be taken as people. This style of management tends to result in efficient operation. Main focus is to enhance the efficiency. to get the task done anyhow. Right. This is the opposite one, country club, the other end. Low concern for production, but high concern for people. This style of management creates working environment where employees feel comfortable, more human oriented. Impoverished, both are low, similar to the license plate. The style results in employees doing the minimum required. The style of management results in employees doing the minimum required. Right. More empowered, impoverished. Right. Middle one, middle point. Moderates level of concern for both production and people. The style of management balances needs through compromise, resulting in adequate performance. Right. This is the best one, high team management. High levels of concern for people and production. This style of management results in superior performance from committed employees. That's the best one. These are key points. Yeah, these are some modern issues in leadership, contemporary issues in leadership. Gender problems in leadership, male, female leadership styles. More women assume visible leadership roles. Many observe perceive differences in leadership styles of the two sexes. The studies that have found difference between male and female leadership styles typically find that women tend to lead more democratically than their male counterparts. Women are more likely to encourage participation in decision making, to share power and information, and try to enhance the self-worth of their followers. Right. They influence through their charisma, expertise, personal contacts, and interpersonal skills. Contrast, men are more likely to rely on the authority of their position and issue directive to their followers. That is one issue in leadership studies. Second one, leading through empowerment. Managers are currently advised to lead through empowerment. Effective leaders shape power and responsibility with their employees. The empowering leader's role is to show trust, provide vision, improve performance, dismantle blocking barriers, offer encouragement, motivate, and coach employees. That is also issues are the requirements. What are the new requirements in leadership area today? Third one is biological basis for leadership. The growing body of research suggests that the best leaders are not necessarily the smartest, strongest, or more aggressive of a group, but rather those who are most proficient at handling social interactions, environmental connections, relations. Researchers have found that effective leaders possess a unique biochemical mix of hormones and brain chemistry that helps them build social alliance and cope with stress of juniors also. Higher levels of chemical serotonin increases levels of sociability and control aggressions, while higher levels of testosterone enzyme increase aggressive tendencies and competitive drive. These are based on neuroscience. ආයතනය දෙකක් තියෙනවා හෝමෝන වෙනස් වෙලා තරහා එනවා ඉවසීම නැති වෙනවා වගේ එහෙම නේද? ඒ වගේ. Yeah, those are some issues. Then another one is ethical leadership. Leading in a socially responsible manner, then leading to achieve business sustainability are also new topics in leadership area. Right, with this, we will finish now. Right. Then in leading, we will do some other lessons, like communication, group teams, probabilities. Then similar lessons will come to your OB subject also in another semester. There can be special subjects like corporate leadership or somewhere later. Okay, with this we will wind up today's lesson. Thanks. Try to look after your assignment. Then go through the guidelines in the course outlines to have a reflection. Okay, then we will stop sharing.